Howdy, who all my stock market gamblers? Welcome today. I'm Tall Mike. So glad you're here. What do we got going on in the stock market today? Well, we're down a little bit, down about 100 on the Dow, down about 100 on the NASDAQ. Nothing serious yet. We'll see how that plays out. So what do we have? Well, we had that big short covering rally. We were at 350 on the SPY, rallied up to 375, right? That's a good 7% up move. And that's a powerful short covering rally, a bear market rally, if you will. Now, a lot of fund managers, they'd like to make 7% for the year, but the market just did that in 1 week. It did it at 7% in 1 week. Now, I think that this market is going to come back in. Now, we did jump above the 20-day moving average. Do I think it's going to hold on the way down? No, I actually do not. I do not. It could hold and we could get a bounce off it and go higher. I don't think it's going to. Now, why is that? Why don't I think it's going to hold? I think we're going to come back down and retest the 200-week moving average, which is down around the 350 on the SPY. I think we're going to break through that this time, maybe down to 345. That's my take on the market. The reason is that the VIX, we went up 7%, but the VIX did not come down. It didn't even break below its 20-day moving average on a 7% up move. That tells me that there's still a lot of fear in the market, still a lot of volatility in the market. Now, this volatility is going to push the market lower. That's my take on where we're at right now. Yes, I do. I'm waiting for that tradable bottom. We're in a bottoming process. I don't think we've seen the bottom yet, though. We may have. It's possible that last Thursday was an actual bottom, short-term bottom. Eventually, we all know we're going to get that big crash, but hopefully not yet. So what I'm looking for is to come back down to that 350 level and retest that low. That's what I'm looking for, and I think we're probably going to break through it down to 345. We'll see how that plays out. So let's get over to the real estate market. Now, real estate market, I love reading the articles on the real estate market. Now, Gary Keller, he's the one that started Keller Williams. All right, so he came out with an article saying that we're poised to become the second worst deal in the history of the real estate market. Now, that's in terms of transactions, the second worst in history. That's a big statement coming out of Gary Keller. That's worse than the Great Recession was, right? All right, now I got news for him that next year's probably going to be even worse. We're just getting started on this. Look at the housing market. It's coming apart at the seams. Now, you can do this. Just read through the real estate articles. That's what I like to do. Weird, huh? Okay, so anyways, look at the home builders. The home builder sentiment is the worst that it's been since 1985. It's the worst it's been since 1985. That's a long time ago. Most of you weren't even alive in 1985. All right, so we've gone down 10 straight months in home builder sentiment. Now, there's going to be some bankruptcy in the home builders. The home builders, right now, they're having a fire sale. Another article read that the home builders, spooked home builders, are dumping inventory. In other words, they're already having a fire sale. It's down 20% in a lot of areas. And as I mentioned in my last video that, well, I get these emails saying, just bring us an offer. We'll look at the offer. Maybe we'll sell it for that price. Before, the home builders, they'd sit back and they go, no, we'll just wait for them to pay our price. Well, right now, they're taking any price they can get. They want out. Look at it. I know there's no home builders in your area, but if there were home builders in your area and you were looking to sell your property, you may want to get out before the home builders really start to chop these prices. They're down 20% right now, but they're going to be down 30, 40%. They got to keep chopping these prices. They got to get their money back so that they can start to build other houses. Now, the price of lumber's come down, so that means that they were able to build houses a little bit cheaper now. So that's actually a plus. That's a positive thing for the home builders. Hopefully not all of them go out of business. We do need some home builders to stay in business. All right. Now, what I want to talk a little bit about today is the house flippers. Now, the house flippers have had it great for the last 14 years, right? Because we've done nothing but go up, okay? So these house flipping shows, they make them look like geniuses. They buy the old rundown house, do a complete remodel, and then they sell it, and then they make $200,000, $50,000 just for doing that, right? It's a good business. And it is a good business when the market's going up. I mean, anybody could look like a genius. You buy a house and, well, heck, you don't even need to rent it out. You pretty much could have just boarded it up and just done nothing. Don't even fix it up. Just sit and wait for 6 months and you'd resell it $20, $30, $40, $50,000 more. Well, those days are long behind us, right? But here's the thing. A lot of home flippers, they're stuck. They're stuck in the marketplace. Now, here's what happened. All right. So the market was doing really well, right? At the beginning of the year, things were still strong. Interest rates were 3%. So they were going along. They go, hey, there's one that I can, people were getting pretty high prices right then. So flippers had to pay a little bit of money to get the property. But when the market was good, they thought they could just go and buy that. And then they could do the remodel. Now, a remodel, because there's some supply shortages, have been taking a little bit longer. So they bought when the market was good back in January and February, and these were rundown homes, right? And anyway, so they're going to do a remodel on them. They're going to build them and fix them and then put them back on the market. So they've done their remodel now, and they're putting them back on their market. So let's just say they bought a house for $500,000, right? And they're expecting that, it's going to sell for $800,000. Okay, so, well, they figure they can put, $100,000 into it and still get $200,000 in profit. So they bought for $500,000. They do their little remodeling thing. They put $100,000 into it, remodeling it, fixing it up. Okay, so they got in it for $600,000. They thought they could flip it for $800,000. Well, the market's changed. That $800,000 has now come down to about where they're at, about $600,000. So they're looking, well, wait a minute, I got cost of selling it here. I'm going to have to bring money to close this. I've held this thing for 8 months now. I bought it. I did a remodel. I took all my time, all my energy, all my effort, put $100,000 into it, and now I want to make my money. I want to get profit, but I'm going to have to bring $50,000 to the closing table just to get out of the property after I did all the work. Well, that's what's happening in the remodel industry right now. Now, I know a little bit about the remodeling industry because I was in that. I did it. It's a great business when the market's going up. I mean, you look like a genius. You could almost be an idiot, right? You could make all kinds of mistakes, but yet you'd end up making money. Now, we watch those house flipping shows, right? You've all seen them where those house flips, those people don't always look like the smartest people in the world, but they've all been making money, and for the past 12 or 14 years, they've been on this tear. They've just been, every flip makes money. They can make mistakes. They can buy a bad house. They can buy a house that's off the foundation. Oh, they'll show you how they fix it, and they still end up making money because the market bails them out. The market bails you out when it's going up. But now that the market's going down, well, the flippers are in trouble. They're still stuck with a lot of inventory. And there's a lot of them. These are professional, they've been professional house flippers, and now they're kind of losing their butt, as I say. They put in $100,000, they still got to bring another $50,000 just to get out of the property. Now, I see this all the time in the real estate business. Now, a lot of times agents will come and they'll tell you, go, look, your house is for sale, but it needs fixing up. Let's take the time. Let's change the floors. Let's redo the cabinets. Let's paint it. Let's get it ready for market, is what they say. And then they stage it and it all looks beautiful, right? And then they sell it and they think that, oh, well, look I earned my commission because you got more money. Well, what's happening now is they're telling them the same thing. It's the same, dog and pony show that they always do. Hey, your house needs to be fixed up. We're going to put the money in and you'll pay off. You'll get more money when you sell it. Well, what's happening is they're putting this money in it, but they're getting not the money that they expected because the prices went down. So they're actually losing money by taking the time to remodel it. You see, if you put that on right away and just sell it as is for less money, you will come out more ahead right now in the down market because the market's going down. You'll be more ahead than if you fix it up, because fixing it up right now, supply shortages, it takes time, 3 to 6 months, maybe out to 9 months to to do a complete remodel. So it takes time, so you can make more money. If you're a seller right now, just put it on the market and get rid of it as fast as you can. I've got 2 clients, well, actually, neither one's using me. One went to another agent, which is kind of funny because that agent gave him the dog and pony show saying, hey, if you fix this up, you're going to be getting, all this extra money. Well, they're right in the middle of their remodel right now, and the house prices in my area, well, I know not in your area is going up, but in my area, they're coming down, right? So they're just in the middle of their remodel. They don't know what to do. Should they put it on the market, half remodeled, just to try to get out of it? I mean, they're going to lose their butt. And I told the guy, you should just put it on as is right now. And this was back in December, back in January. He could have been on the market. He could have already been done. No, he went with a different agent, and they've been dragging their feet a little bit, and they're doing the remodel. He's losing money, a lot of money. The other one that I think I mentioned on one of my earlier shows is this guy. He's got his sign made. It's a for sale by owner. Anyways, $4 million, right? And I told him, I go, look it, hey, you could maybe get, $3 million right now. And he goes, well, what if I fix it up? I go, yeah, if you fix it up, maybe 3.5, but I want $4 million. He was stuck on his price, right? So anyways, he's fixing it up. He's remodeling. He's doing it all himself. He's still going to be a for sale by owner. Believe me, he's going to list with someone eventually, hopefully me, but probably not. Who knows? We'll see how that plays out. But he's remodeling it, right? So the price of his house, I mean, you could just go to Zillow, and it was at $3.5 million, is now $2.5 million, and he's putting all this money into it. So where he could have got out at $3 million, now he can maybe get out at $2.5 million, but at $2.5 million, he's probably adding another couple $100,000 in expenses. So he is losing money. If the houses are going down, don't remodel. Just get your house on the market as soon as you can. Take a little bit less, get under the market, and that will get you out of the marketplace. So the flippers are losing their butts right now. I'm telling you. I don't know if they'll show it on the TV shows because they want to keep the show going. They don't want to show people losing money, but the flippers are losing their butt. The builders are losing their butt. This thing's coming across, it's coming apart. The housing market is really starting to come apart. Now, of course, not in your area. Your area, it's held together, and it's never going to come apart, and we'll see how that all plays out. And I just got carried away today. I like to get a little bit carried away. It's just fun talking with you guys. Anyways, if you like this stuff, I'm Tall Mike. Thumbs up. Why not? It's Wednesday. Get out there, everybody, and have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk again real soon. Got some good stuff coming up. Hit the subscribe button. Bye-bye now.